This is a CONfessional. So welcome to CONfessionals. CONfessionals is a series that we'll be doing where we talk about stuff that we either regretted during the dreaming process, making process, or even the becoming process. In this case, I'm going to be talking about CONcrunching. That thing that we all try to avoid and fail in doing so. Let's just be honest. So what exactly is CONcrunching to begin with? CONcrunching is when you basically decide to push everything last second and then you start to have a lot of regrets in life. That's what CONcrunching is. Now, thankfully for me, I have been blessed enough to avoid CONcrunching in most circumstances. There's only been one time where it actually hit me, and when it hit me hard. Now, obviously, there are reasons why this is bad because you either don't get to enjoy the con when you're there, maybe your costume begins to fall apart, you don't get to troubleshoot a lot of things. But sometimes it's just bad because it's for up here. You get really stressful and you don't want to do anything. You feel really unmotivated. That's what happens. Now for me, I was pretty motivated for this piece because I had 4 days. For me, I was pretty motivated to complete this piece because I had 4 days to do so. 4 days! How many days? 4 days! One more time. 4 days. And thankfully the results came out to be pretty good. Now this is because I have been doing this for quite a while, and technically I'm not even CONcrunching that much because these templates I made in 2017, but I actually decided to make it in 2019 in 4 days, which was very stressful because basically I lost so much sleep that if you really paid close attention in these photos, you would see those things underneath my eyes. Yeah, the bags underneath my eyes was almost as big as this bag. Now, something that we haven't really mentioned during our workshops is what you will actually look like when you're dreaming it, making it, and becoming it. When you're dreaming it, you're usually pretty good looking, and when you become it, you typically look really good. But the making part, that's when you look your worst, especially when you're CONcrunching. You'll look even worse. I mean, look at him. I wouldn't want to be him. Mind you, I am him. And he is me. The other thing with CONcrunching is you will typically become messier and messier the more you do it and the more the crunch starts to happen. So on my 4th day, the last day, aka actually the morning of the con itself for Anime North, your boy was so exhausted that I had to pump 3 coffees into my system. 3 coffees? Yep, 3 of them. 3 of them? So how do you avoid CONcrunching? Just start earlier. I know, it sounds simple, right? But trust me, it's not as simple as you think it is. Now you might be thinking, well, I think I'm responsible enough to plan ahead, plan in advance, but what if something happens like you get a surprise family visit from your extended family that you probably have never met in your life before, like your step cousin-in-law's new child, what? Because that's actually what happened to me. I had a really solid 4-week game plan and somehow that turned into 4 days. How many days? We already did that. Like, stop it. Now, I got lucky because I've been doing this for a good while, but if this is your first costume, it might not turn out great and you might even just give up on it and just dress casually and maybe closet cosplay, like how I'm kind of doing that right now. I look like Harry Potter. So to conclude this CONfessional, make sure that you avoid CONcrunching by starting as early as possible. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. As for myself, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, as well as my own personal YouTube by typing in Kirby Kwan Jr. That's Kirby Kwanjr. If you could dream it, you can make it, then you can become it, only if you start early. So you best be starting. My name is Kirby Kwan Jr. and we are out.